Yeah, water's 59, right at 60 degrees. So these fish ought to be getting up into a fall pattern. And there's a noticeable weed line out here that I think they ought to be up out of that deep water suspended, and they could be in less than 20 foot of water. So I'm trying to fish this craw out here just outside the deep weed edge. There's one. Good one. Look at that. Come here, gorgeous. Well, here we are. The last day of October. Weather's getting up into the 70s today. It's humid, front coming. Deer hunting really ain't all that great today, so I decided, you know what? Well, we got a day like today. Let's go yank on some. And here we are out here in one of my favorite lakes, catching my favorite fish, smallmouth bass. So hey, stay with us. Hopefully we're gonna catch a whole bunch of these today on Rage-tail craws right after this, outdoors in the Heartland.
Every chance I get, there's a place I go where the bass are biting as the sun hangs low. There's a feeling I get that I hope will never end. On a deep, clear lake or an Ozark stream, I kick back, relax, and I start to dream about what Mother Nature has waiting around the bend. Hey, Larry and Bob will take me there today. My gear's packed up and I just can't wait to get out on my way. Outdoors in the Heartland, it's like coming home to an old friend. That city life is not for me. There's fun as far as I can see. The great outdoors is where I want to be. Outdoors in the Heartland.
Your Quality Ford dealers present Outdoors in the Heartland with Bob Richardson and Larry Woodward. This segment of Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by Ford and your Quality Ford dealers. Strike King, #1 in fish indoors. Browning, the best there is. Lowrance, we lead, we find, you win. And Triton Boats, we take America fishing.
Come on, don't get off. Man's out here in deeper water. Look at all of them spawning right there. Look at that. 3 of them right there with him. You see that? One down right down there below him. That should be good. Maybe we can get some of his buddies to bite too. They come up out of deep water next to them standing cedar trees right there. So far, them 2 fish have been about in 10 foot of water. I'll keep my eye on that Lowrance. I'm trying to stay in that 10 foot depth. Here we are, it's almost noon, middle of the day. They might not be right up there on the bank right now. They will be later, but I thought I had moss on there, just heavy, 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 but you know, sometimes they just don't, you know, give it that good funk when they take it. And then I could tell he was swimming with it. All right. There he is. Still didn't get him. Yeah, we did. I just love watching them swim with that bait in their mouth. And I just seen some more fish following him. Look at that, there's one right under him. Wouldn't that be something? And them mean hooks is that sexy dog was all over him. All right, let's let you go. You just gotta get the bait where they're at. Look how hard he's fighting. Look at that. This is a good one here. Well, it is midday right now. Look at that. Come over here, sugar. Yeah. Well, we got the raised tail crawl working the bottom, and we got the sexy dog working the top. So don't go away, folks. When we come back, they're either going to be on the top or the bottom, and we've got a wild shiner jerkbait to throw out there and fish those mid depths, and we'll see what we can figure out right here on a beautiful fall day outdoors in the Heartland. Check out oith.com or go to facebook.com/Outdoors in the Heartland. Every week there's going to be prizes, giveaways, and contests.
This segment of Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by Ford and your quality Ford dealers, and Triton Boats. We take America fishing.
There's another one after it. Oh, I've seen that happen. That was so cool. Shallow water. I seen them coming after. I just was swimming that crawl out, and two of them come in behind it, and I just let it fall to the bottom, and oh, there he was. I really wouldn't have thought I'd caught some up there that shallow, almost like a largemouth, but they are. So that will lead me to, come on, babe, try a little shallower. Rage tail crawl. I'm gonna tell you what, that with their smallmouth has got to be in your arsenal, folks. The rage tail crawl. Look at the bellies, how fat they are. Here we go. He got me wrapped up. Come on. Got him over. Wow, that was shallow. I'm starting to like this. Well, it's not like I wasn't liking it, but this dam here is, there's a kind of a cabbage weed edge that comes out, and they quit in about between 10 and 12 feet. There's just a 1/4 ounce weight on there, and I'm just barely. Not much skip and hop. I'm just trying to crawl it through that like a crawfish would. And then he'll get 8 like, here we go. good one. That's a big one. It looks like I got you. You got one more in you? Come on, come on. Come on, one more time. Come on, baby, one more time. Yeah, he wants to go down. Well, let's make this. Wow, look at that. Well, I got to get me a new raised tail crawler. Broke one of my pinchers off. Well, don't go away, folks. We'll be right back with more smallmouth fishing in the fall here, outdoors in the Heartland, right after this.
This segment of Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by Ford and your quality Ford dealers, and Strike King, #1 in fishing lures.
Here we go. Well, I stung him. It don't matter where smallmouth are at, the north, the south, where they're just little fighters. Never give up, so powerful. That's why I always say, if I was ever told I can only fish for one fish ever again, it would be that guy right there. So get a good look at him. You screwed up, fish. Got him. He has got him a mouthful of sexy dog. Look at that. You know, one thing really, for you people out there that avid fishermen or novices, a lot of people tend to not throw a walk the dog type bait because they're difficult. Well, you've got to get in cadence with your bait. But you just like, you draw the slack out of your line and it'll go right. And as soon as it gets to the apex of that right-hand turn, twitch it just a little bit, jerk the slack out, it'll come back the other way. And it's just like riding a bicycle. The first time somebody pushed you and you didn't have training wheels and you kicked, you're like, oh, I got it. Same way with fishing one of these kind of baits right here. As soon as you start getting it, man, you got it. And, you know, go out on a day when fish aren't biting and practice fishing that thing. And if you do, on the days that they're biting, it'll sure pay off. Got him. Better fish. He busted a couple times, so I slowed it down. Just tickled him with it a little bit and bang. It's like playing a video game. Here he comes. Here he comes. I cannot believe I got that fish out of that. Cannot believe it. I come in there and fished them treetops right there at topwater bait. Caught a couple and know there's got to be some in there. See that crawl in there and was hung up. I don't know how we got him out of there, but we did. Whoa, there's a heavy, whoa. I don't break him off. You know, we're catching just a lot of these, you know, probably weigh 3 pounds, 16, 17 inches long, but I love them. Well, let's take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll see if we can't catch some more, so stay with us. We'll be right back with more Outdoors in the Heartland right after this.
Outdoors in the Heartland has been brought to you by Ford and your St. Louis Ford dealers. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. Triton Boats, we take America fishing. And Gilbreth's Taxidermy, the official taxidermist of Outdoors in the Heartland.
Sorry about that, got your lens wet, but we will get something right here. We got him, Josh. And he's a big one. Hey, we all like to catch big fish, but hey, I like anything that wants to bite my topwater bait, even if the fish aren't biting. If you're somebody that's not using topwater baits in your bass fishing, that's something you really got to get worked in there, because there's some times, like in the spring and the fall, it will outfish everything else in your tackle box. Now, like the Strike King popper, the Spitting King, it's just like a little tug, and you just pull it on a straight line basically, and it spits, and that's basically why it gets its name for that. The Sexy Dog, on the other hand, is a walk the dog presentation. It's left, right, left, right. You want to tie a loop knot on that thing to give a little bit of flexibility at the end of your line. You want to have line that does not sink. That's why fluorocarbons really don't work well for topwater fishing. You want a line that'll stay up and keep it buoyant and help keep that bait working the way it's supposed to go. But you know, you can go out on a lake sometime, even when they're not biting, just go out there and fish and learn to do that left, right, walk the dog presentation, because there will come a day when you're fishing and it will really pay off big for you.
Now for this week's Ford Go Further moment.
Hey, this week I want to show you a really cool option you can get on F-150 and Super Duty. It's the tailgate step. And just like 1, 2, 3, you're in the back of your truck, and boom, you're back out of there. Hey, there are so many unbelievable new options available on F-150 and Super Duty that I think it's time you get over to your quality Ford dealer and check them out. And hey, remember, tell them Bob and Larry sent you. Didn't know he was there. Got him. Whoa. Oh, baby. If this one stays on, he's something else. Yeah, here's one worth calling home to Mom about if we get him in the boat. Look at this. This lake has been shocked before and has produced what could be a state record smallmouth. This isn't one, but boy. That's probably a 5-pounder right there. Well, you can tell the weather's starting to change, wind's picking up. We're probably pushing our luck about getting wet. I sure wish Bob could have fished with me today, but this just goes to show you that on those balmy days during duck and deer hunting, when you know it ain't gonna be any good, get that boat back out of the garage, get you some Strike King topwater baits and some craws, get out and catch you some smallmouth and some largemouth. Oh, it's been a great day. So for Bob Richardson, I'm Larry Woodward, and we'll see y'all somewhere next week, outdoors in the Heartland.